Have you ever looked closely at a tortoise? That beautiful shell, covered in cracks and lines. Like a map of somewhere old. Most people think those cracks are just nature. But our ancestors, they knew better. They said those cracks tell a story. A story of greed. Of cleverness. Of a fall so great that it left its mark forever. Come closer. Sit down. And let me tell you why the tortoise shell is cracked. Long ago, before your grandfather's grandfather drew his first breath, the world was different. The animals could speak. The rivers had names. And the sky was not so far away as it is today. In those ancient days, there lived a community of animals in a great forest. At the heart of Africa, the trees grew tall enough to tickle the clouds. The rivers sang as they ran over smooth stones. And every creature, from the mighty elephant to the smallest ant, had their place. But among all these creatures, none was more talked about than Mbe the tortoise. Now, do not let his slow walk fool you. Mbe the tortoise was the most clever creature in the entire forest. Perhaps in the entire world. He could talk his way out of any trouble. He could talk his way into any feast. He knew which words to use, which smiles to wear, and exactly when to be humble and when to boast. The animals admired him. Some feared him. The birds. They simply tried to avoid him. Because whenever Mbe was around, somehow, he always ended up with the biggest share. His wife would often say to him, "Mbe, your tongue will carry you further than your legs ever will. But one day, it will carry you too far." Mbe would laugh. That slow, rich laugh of his. "My dear," he would say, "a clever mouth has no enemy." He believed that. With everything in him. He was about to learn, he was wrong. One dry morning, word spread through the forest like fire through dry grass. The birds, all the birds of the world, had been invited to a great feast. A celebration in the sky, hosted by the sky spirits themselves. There would be food unlike anything on earth. Yam pottage that glowed like gold. Fruit sweeter than honey. Palm wine that sang as it went down. The birds burst into song. They preened their feathers. They practiced their flying. Oh, what a day it would be. Now Mbe heard all of this. And deep inside that clever chest of his, something stirred. Hunger. Not the hunger of an empty stomach, no. The hunger of a man who cannot stand to be left out. He walked up to Ojo the eagle, the leader of the birds. "Brother Eagle," said Mbe, with his warmest smile. "I hear there is a feast in the sky. I wish to come." Eagle looked at him slowly. "Tortoise, you have no wings." "Oh," said Mbe, "but I have words. And words, my friend, can build a bridge between any two things. Even the earth and the sky." The birds whispered among themselves. Some said no. But Mbe, clever Mbe, had already thought ahead. He went to each bird privately. To the parrot, he said, "Give me just one feather, friend. Just one. And I shall sing praises of your colors to the sky spirits." To the weaver bird, "One feather. And I'll tell them, your nest is the finest architecture in all creation." One by one, bird by bird, with sweet words and sweeter promises, Mbe collected one feather from each bird. And then, before their very eyes, he wove those feathers into a magnificent cloak. He fastened it to his arms. He stretched wide. And slowly, awkwardly, magnificently, Mbe the tortoise took flight. The animals on the ground gasped. Even the birds were silent. As they flew higher and higher toward the sky, Mbe turned to the birds and said,